Hi there. Well, it's a talking video again today, and today I'm talking about my new show, HassanStore, or HassanStore, or however you want to pronounce it. So some of you already may know that HassanStore is a remake of one of my older shows, GameBoy, from 2018.
Oh, hey.
It was one of the first, if not the first, shows that I made that really, well, it wasn't like thrown to the sides after a few episodes. It had 8 seasons. It had, I think, about 60 episodes, which isn't a lot, but hey, I'm proud. Well, the fact that it was Dutch wasn't a problem in the beginning, of course, but ever since I started making Jes Tube more English, or more international. Let's say that. I don't have a good word to describe it. But since I started doing that, GameBoy started feeling a bit awkward or out of place. And I tried to make some episodes in 2022 because 2021 was like the last year that I really did a lot. So 2022 was pretty hard because I was also doing the mission, and well, what else was I doing? I don't know. I was busy. Let's say that. So yeah. Oh, Don't Give This Man a Mic, my very awesome album. So yeah, I was pretty busy back then, and well, then in 2023 I tried making a season 8, and there were a few episodes written for it. And one episode was recorded and released. But that episode, even though the final Game Boy episode was my favorite, after that it just stopped, and I tried recording a final episode. So, well, that would have made season 8 like 2 episodes long, but you know, I wanted a final episode. But when I returned home from recording that, I just noticed that it wasn't the same. I tried making a faithful Game Boy final episode, but it just didn't feel right. So that's why I never did it, because season 8 episode 1, it felt right, you know. So I was like, you know what, that's the final episode. Even before I did that, there were already plans to remake Game Boy into an English show, but that never happened until now, of course. So in 2023, I made a lot of episodes for HassanStore. Well, I wrote them. I didn't make them yet. And, well, I think I wrote like 15 or 14. I don't know. I wrote a lot of episodes. But I just never really had the time, or, you know, I never really wanted to start recording it. And that's basically because 2023 just wasn't my year, you know. It, like, yeah, private matters, but you know, just so you know, that's also why I didn't really upload back then. So yeah, this is the first time that I'm even saying something like this. But yeah, that was the reason that 2023 was kind of a dead year for Jes Tube, except for what's it called? Ronald Bump's Vacation. Yeah, and The Many Faces. But that was everything I did back then. That brings us to 2024. And I finally recorded a pilot episode for HassanStore. I edited it, and I was like, well, I could probably release this in September. And the original plan was to release it in September of 2023. But that didn't happen. Yep. So yeah, 2024 was the release date. And that didn't work, you know. I just didn't make the deadline, and I was stuck again. I was like, well, I don't really know if I should do this. But yeah, again, 2024, the beginning, mostly like January, February, whatever. Those were still hard times, you know. So then my channel was still pretty dead. But so I recorded the pilot episode. I did Kijk dit, de GLU-News story. That was a pretty long short film I did. I had GLU-News stuff with some shows, Thomas Talks, Jayla Talks, whatever. So 2024 was pretty productive, but just not for HassanStore. So I never did that. Up until this point, HassanStore was never really planned to be released anytime soon. That's why I also made Arnold Explains. Jeez, I really know my titles, you know? I really know what I did. No, but I made Arnold Explains just because I like the character of Arnold. So I was like, well, you know what? Let's do Arnold for now, and we'll see what happens with Hassan. And that brings us to a few weeks ago. I think it was 2 weeks ago. I was kind of in a time crunch. I didn't have a video to make. So I was like, what should I upload? I still have a pilot for HassanStore. So I thought, well, I'll re-edit it a little bit because the original pilot sucked in terms of editing, I think. And so I was like, well, you know what, I'll throw it online. This might give me some... this might give the show some hope, you know? Let's say that. And it did. Because when I released it, it didn't really get a lot of views. But now, a few weeks later, you know, it got okay views for my standards. You know, I'm happy. So yeah, I'm recording some more HassanStore episodes, and I don't know when this video is coming out. But well, maybe the second episode will be out. Maybe the third episode will be out. Who knows? But yeah, I'm working on it, and well, it's finally happening, people. There's gonna be a new show on Jes Tube, and I thought, well, there's not a trailer because I didn't record everything yet, of course. So I'll just make this little announcement video and a little talking video about everything. It's like a big live update, especially about HassanStore. Anyway, the show will be released in full soon, so stay tuned, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. So long.